let's now speak to the member of the European Parliament, Charlie Weimers. Charlie, this is a fairly unusual event. Have you seen anything like this in Brussels in your time as a member of Parliament?
Well, there is a strong fraction of the European Parliament that tries to cancel any event they don't like, while they invite convicted terrorists from different Middle Eastern countries. So this kind of socialist abuse of power is not unprecedented, but what is unprecedented is such a big conference being canceled live as we see now. It's a very dangerous moment because it really sends the signal that if the Conservatives aren't in power, the left will do anything to stop them.
And Charlie, what do we know about the Mayor of Brussels? Does he have form on this kind of thing? Does he do this sort of thing quite a lot?
Well, one thing we do know about the mayor of this Brussels municipality, which is called Saint-Just-de-Node, his name is Emir Kier. He has been sacked by the Socialist Party for involvement with the Grey Wolves, the fascist organization in Turkey, which is ironic because he feels free to tweet that so-called far-right events shouldn't take place in his municipality. Well, he's the best friend of Turkey's far-right.
He's not here to defend himself, so I'm sure he would probably deny that claim. I just need to say that to make sure that we get both sides there. But Charlie, this is a very unusual situation. Do you think there will be any consequence from what is happening today, from these images? We're looking at the police outside a venue, speakers, including a Prime Minister of a European country, senior politicians, party leaders, a Roman Catholic bishop, all being forced out today.
Yeah, I mean, this is a great event, the NatCon conference. I've been speaking there myself in the past. And I feel sorry for those police officers because they have to, legally speaking, obey the orders from this socialist mayor who's acting against the law, as far as I can see, because the Council of States in Belgium, which is the administrative court, has several times acted against these kind of cancel culture abuses by government officials. So those police officers, I hope they can go home soon and do something better than to block this event. I think this sets a dangerous precedent. I think this is exactly what the EU accuses certain member states of doing. We're seeing it in socialist-run Brussels. QED.
Well, Charlie, we spoke to Nigel Farage just now, and he spoke about how this doesn't just impact the people speaking at the event or the people attending the event, but all the different businesses that are used to take part in one of these events. It's the venues themselves, it's the caterers, it's the people who have helped in any which way or another, and they'll feel that they can't help with these kind of events in the future. It'll become more and more difficult for conservative events like NatCon to take place in Brussels at the heart of the European Union.
Well, I do hope the organizers press charges against the mayor of this municipality. I think it's extremely important to put him in his place. But I do have some good news. This is exactly what they did against my party in Sweden. They canceled events. They had organizers block us from renting venues and so on and so forth. But when the population started supporting us more and more, it became impossible to stem the tide. So just hang in there, keep on the good fight, and the abusers of power will lose ultimately.
Charlie, do you think one of the reasons behind the Sweden Democrats' success in your country is because there was this attempt to shut down your meetings and to sort of suppress your freedoms?
I think it definitely alienated a certain part of the center-right electorate who felt that the Sweden Democrats were being discriminated against. I was one of them reacting quite strongly when then center-right Prime Minister Fredrik Reinfeldt said that, well, the Sweden Democrats can blame themselves for, having people, Antifa, with, axes going at their homes and Molotov cocktails thrown into the windows and so on and so forth. I do think that supporting free speech is a very, very wise option for those in power, no matter the color, red or blue.
And Charlie, do you think this perhaps could be seen as a bit of a desperate move on the part of the Brussels mayor? You don't feel the need to shut something down unless you're worried about it?
It is desperate because we're going to win on June the 9th in the European elections. You see, for the first time ever, we can actually foresee a parliament that is, has a conservative majority. Of course, they are afraid because this is going to change the dynamics in Brussels. They know it.
Well, Charlie Weimers, member of the European Parliament for the Sweden Democrats, really appreciate your thoughts and your time with us today. What an extraordinary moment in Brussels.